Okay. Welcome to the Read to Me, Ms Tracey show on the I See Me bookstore page. That's really loud. Sorry, you guys. That's what's making me scream. Sorry about that. I'm so glad you guys tuned in with me. So glad you guys tuned in with me. That's awesome. Okay, so we're in store for a great story time. Ms Tracey's kind of silly because it's her birthday. Yes, and she gets to do Read to Me, Ms Tracey on her birthday weekend. Yeah, I like that. I love celebrating birthdays. I don't know. It just seems something special. It just seems like something really, really special. Okay, so we have our friends on YouTube logged in, and who's? Oh, thank you for the warehouse, Mary, Rebecca, and Sarah Jr. And there's a boy in there. Wait, Abraham. I knew there was a boy in there. I got it. Oh yeah. She ain't not that old. Okay, I still got something in the old imagination station. Okay, I am so glad to have you guys tuned in. Really. Okay, so I've got a couple books. Okay, truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth, and it's good to tell the truth. Y'all, I had all these birthday books that I got from the library and everything, and sure enough, they changed the schedule. Curse you, COVID. They changed the curbside pickup schedule. So all my little library books. But nevertheless, ooh, I have got some. Okay, wait, first of all, let's welcome everybody into the room, okay? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Sing it with me now. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Did you sing it with me? Abraham, did you sing it with me? I know birthday weekends are the best, right? Actually, okay, because I'm a Capricorn, I'm the only child. I celebrate the entire month because everybody can't, celebrate Tracy's birthday on that day. It just doesn't happen because this is a whole big deal. So, it's a lot of moving parts. Anyway, hey everybody, Miss Kristen, thank you very much. Ooh. Where are you tuned in from, Miss Kristen? I gotta know some things. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna read the book, you guys. You guys are at the boss of me. I'm gonna read the book. Okay, this music is I need to turn it down some more. I'm not gonna judge. It's copyright free. But anyway, I did not get my library books, but I have a lot of books about creation, and that's what a birthday is. You were created and you came out in the world. So I've got a lot of stuff like Boom. And I may have read this one before, but it's okay because not everyone has Louisville, Kentucky. Hi, Kristen. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. And just in case, Kristen, if you didn't know, there's Ms Tracey's YouTube page. Right? Read to Me, Ms Tracey at YouTube, right? And I gotta tell you something. So that's my page. And the reason why I'm making that distinction is because on my page, sometimes I'm gonna read books like this. Yeah. Good Night, Trump. Okay. I read other books. I'll put it like this. I read other stories on my YouTube channel. Okay, back to the book. When God Made You. Yes, I love this. It's something about this illustrator, David Catrow, that I just love. There's so much fluidity in the colors and the movement of these figures. I have another story that I'm going to read to you, and it's by the same artist, David Catrow. I Like Myself. We'll read that. And I'm going to save a little treat for you in the middle. Okay. When God Made You by Matthew Paul Turner. Still going to cut you down some more. Okay. When God Made You. I'm so glad to have you along with us. Thank you for reading with us today. I love bringing books to life. You, when God made you. God made you all shiny, shiny, my big forehead, shiny and new. An incredible you, a you all your own, a you unlike anyone ever known. You are unique. Uh-oh, come on, Paige, turn for me. An exclusive design, one God refined. You're a perfectly crafted, one of a kind. Because when God made you, somehow God knew that the world needed someone exactly like you. God thinks about you. God was thinking of you long before your debut. From the very beginning, amid history and time, you little one, yes, you little one, never left God's mind. This is for grown-ups too, I want you to know. God imagined your eyes, your head's shape. I actually have a taco-shaped head. It's kind of, anyway, I'll stick to the book. Okay. Your head's shape and size, and knew what you look like when you felt surprise. Ooh! You didn't know I was going to say that, did you? Okay. God pictured your nose and all 10 of your toes. The sound of your voice, God had it composed. The lines on your hands, your hair, your every strand, God knew every detail like it was all planned. Hey, you know what? I need to do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Connie, aren't they awesome? The illustrations, I love it. God imagined your eyes, your head's shape. Oh, wait, I read that part. I knew that, you guys. I knew that. Sorry, I thought I turned the page already. Sorry. Out of billions of faces from cultures, all races, people God made from all different places. God knew your name. Your picture is framed. God's family without you would not be the same. Look at the little baby in the little diaper. Tinkerbell wants you guys to know that she's here. That was her shaking over there. Because when God made you, this is much true, that the world got to meet who God already knew. Look at all the interesting people in this picture. What do you see? That bird is flying awfully low. Look at the hair on this person. When God sees you, God delights in what is and sees only what is true. That you, yes, you, in all of your glory, bring color and rhythm and rhyme to God's story. Color and rhythm and rhyme. I love those 3 words. So be you, fully, a show stop and review. Live your life in full color every time and every hue, every tint and every hue. Those are 2 words to describe different colors, shades, and things like that. Discover, explore, have faith, but love more, and learn to relearn all that God made you for. Use your talents and your passions, those gifts that God fashioned. Think of ideas and then put them into action. Because God loves you creating, your true self displaying. When light on the inside through art is portraying. When you make believe, the stories conceived, the heroics, the magic, those tricks of your sleeves. Kid on a skateboard right here. When you dance alone, spinning like a cyclone, being whoever, whatever in a world all your own. Ooh, look how she's drawing. Do you ever paint like that? God smiles, and here's why. In the spark of your eye, a familiar reflection shines bright from inside. Wow, what is that? Is that a giant egg? It's got a crack in it. I wonder what type of egg that is. You, when God dreams about you, God dreams about all that in you will be true. That you, God's you, will be hopeful and kind, a giver who lives with all heart, soul, and mind. A dreamer who dreams in big and small themes, one who keeps dreaming in journeys upstream. A mover, a shaker, and a lover of nature. I don't like to kill bugs. I just try to get them outside the house. I just don't want them in my house. Like, I try not to kill bugs. A builder of bridges, you, the peacemaker. I love those rainbow colors. A you who views others as sisters and brothers and lives by 3 words: love one another. These 3 words. I said I was going to never sing in public again. What am I doing? Okay. A confident you, strong and brave too. I'm confident that I should not sing in public anymore. It's a long story. You being you is God's dream coming true. Ooh, the first time, that looks so cool. And look, the little dog at the top. Cute, cute, cute. That is When God Made You by David Catrow. Oh, excuse me. The illustrations are by David Catrow. The author is Matthew Paul Turner. Love that book. And I have more yummy, yummy books. I got it from the I See Me bookstore. Very excited about that. Sharing is a lot like giving thanks. They both bring people together. Sure do. Okay, so this is New York Times Notable Children's Book, Publishers Weekly Best Book, Boston Globe, New York Times, and Chicago Library Best Book. Look at the author. Her name, Mora. Yeah, she's the winner of Ezra Jack Keats Award, the Coretta Scott King and John Steptoe New Talent Illustrator Award, and a Caldecott Honor for Thank You, Om'u. In Igbo, the Nigerian language of her parents, Om'u means queen. Yet for Oje, growing up, it meant grandma. When not painting in her studio, Oje is in the kitchen cooking her late grandmother's recipes. She enjoys creating warm stories that celebrate community. She lives in Providence, Rhode Island, and invites you to visit her website at www.ogemora.com. And here's the other book that's out. I am so excited to read this story to you. Nonviolent Social Change. This is the John Steptoe and Coretta Scott King Award. And this is the Caldecott Award. I got it from the I See Me bookstore, and you can too. Thank you, Om'u. Super excited to read this. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Om'u was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. "What a delicious stew," Om'u said. "Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I've ever had." With that, Om'u put down her spoon, and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its sumptuous scent was wafted out the window, and out the door, and down the hall, toward the street, and around the block, until someone was at the door. Knock, knock, knock. When Om'u opened it, she saw a little boy. "Little boy," Om'u exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell," the little boy replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." Stew," he sighed. "That sure sounds yummy." Om'u thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. "Would you like some?" The little boy nodded. And so Om'u spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Om'u," the little boy said, and went on his way. With that, Om'u closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew, scrumptious scent, wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall and toward the street, around the block, until someone was at the door. When Om'u opened the door, this time she saw... What do you think she saw this time? A police officer! "Miss Police Officer," Om'u exclaimed. "What brings you to my home?" "I was on duty the street when I smelled the most delicious smell. Oh, it was so yummy," Miss Police Officer replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ah, stew," she said, and her mouth watered. "That sounds mighty tasty." Om'u thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. "Would you like some?" The police officer nodded. Once again, Om'u spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Om'u," the officer said, and went on her way. And so, for the second time, Om'u closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until again someone was at Om'u's door. This time, when she opened it, she saw a hot dog vendor. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, Om'u explained. What brings you to my home? I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell, Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Ooh, stew. The vendor licked his lips. That sounds quite delectable. So Om'u spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Om'u, the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Om'u's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, and an athlete, a bus driver, meep, meep, a construction worker, beep, beep, beep. Even the mayor stopped by. Hello, hello, hello. Kiss the babies. Hello, hello, hello. All of these people stopped by for Om'u's big veg stew. Soon, the sky darkened, the street lights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Om'u opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, doesn't look very red to me. What about you? All I see is a big white empty pot of stew. Om'u sniffled. There goes the best dinner I ever had. Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until beating down the door. Knock, 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 knock. Who could that be? Om'u wondered. When she opened her door, she saw the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, the cab driver, the doctor, the actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the banker. Why, everyone she fed today was at her door. I'm sorry, everyone, Om'u sighed. My thick red stew is... it's all gone. I have nothing to share. The little boy tugged at Om'u's sleeve. Don't worry, Om'u. We are not here to ask. We are here to give. The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Om'u with something special in a shiny red envelope. We like shiny and we like red, and we especially like envelopes. This is getting real good. Everyone who had knocked on Om'u's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate and danced and celebrated, while Om'u's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty from her heart. Her heart was full of happiness and love. Ah, I love this story. That dinner was the best she ever had. Thank you, Om'u. Love it. Thank you, Om'u. That is the name of the story of this book. The author was the talented Coretta Scott King Award and Caldecott Honor Book Award, Om'u Mora. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, but I did know how to say Igbo. Give me a little credit. I got this book at the I See Me bookstore. It's also being broadcast on the Read to Me, Ms Tracey YouTube channel. I thank you in advance for those who have come by and already subscribed, and you can be a subscriber too. You guys, I'm up to 600 subscriptions. That's what I meant to say. That's what I was trying to say. Anywho, thank you, Joyful. Thank you so much for coming by. Wasn't that a beautiful book? Oh my gosh. Yes, I love it. Love it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys. I can't believe I did that to myself. Anyway, I have more books. And you guys, I bought while I was at the re-upping at the bookstore. I gave myself a birthday gift, and I love coffee table books, especially when they look like this. Look at this. It's called Glory, Magical Visions of Black Beauty, and it's by Karen and Regis Bethencourt. You guys, the pictures, it's all children from different parts of the world. So beautiful. I love it. I think it's a husband and wife team, but I gave it to myself for a birthday gift. Can you see how beautiful this one is? I love it. What once was erased has glory. A look into our past. Isn't that beautiful? And that's the lady that was on the front cover, Kaylee. I love it. Unity is strength, division is weakness. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. And there's Lala. Just a very beautifully illustrated book. I haven't even gone through all of it. What you give, you get 10 times over. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for, Oprah Winfrey. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave, Maya Angelou. This is Bryson. There's a story. He's the HBCU kid. So his parents started out with, taking him at a very young age to visit different college campuses, specifically HBCUs. And he became so interested that he started another organization that, gets other kids his age, in elementary school and visiting different college campuses. He got really excited about it. The organization is called, both of his parents are Greek, Delta Sigma Theta and Omega Psi Phi. I thought there was an organization. I don't see it. You'll just have to get the book and then read it. I just love this book. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Shirley Chisholm. I like that because I'll make room at the table. I'll sit on somebody's lap. I'll just be in the room. I don't really, but what I'm trying to say anyway. Oh, look at her. So yeah, this was my birthday gift to myself. I just love it. Brilliant book. Very brilliant book. Trinity from Georgia, the freedom fighter. And if you fall, stand tall and come back for more. Tupac Shakur. Love it, love it, love it. So that was my Christmas gift to myself. It's called Glory, a very pretty, pretty book. And this was a gift from my friend Jay Rita. She gave me this book. And I don't know, she may have known that Kadir Nelson is one of my favorite illustrators on the planet. You know, and I was starting to tell them about the time that I booked him for the St. Louis Public Library's Black History Month, their youth series. And it was the first time they'd ever did a youth author or illustrator included in the Black History. And it's because of me. And I got a chance to meet him. He was such a nice man. We took it. So it would be awesome if there's a book that he has or something like that, an illustration where he did I took him to the Missouri, the old courthouse for Missouri where the Dred Scott case was held. And that was a neat experience, seeing an artist, you know, creating that history, because that's what he does. He does a lot of history. Yeah, I don't have any more up there, but I changed them out. But nevertheless, this is a photo and a painting, an illustration of Nelson Mandela, which is incidentally the name of the book. The words and paintings are by Kadir Nelson. So my friend Jay Rita gave me this so that I could read it. So it's still like a birthday present, like a birthday celebration. So I'm reading the gifts that I'm giving. Maybe I'll still read. You know what? Because I celebrate the entire month. Stay tuned for the birthday thing. You know, it's after tomorrow, but I'm going to go get my books from the library. Anyway. Rolilala played barefooted on the grassy hills of Kunu. He fought boys with sticks and shot birds with slingshots. The smartest Mandiba child of 13, he was the only one chosen for school. His new teacher would not say that his Sosa name. She called him Nelson instead. Nelson. Okay, sorry. Nelson was 9 when his father joined the ancestors in the sky. To continue his schooling, Nelson was sent miles and miles away to live with a powerful chief. Brace yourself, my boy. His mother held her tears and said goodbye. The chief held counsel to warriors, medicine men, farmers, and laborers. The elder ones told stories of old Africa. For centuries, Tembo, Pondo, Sosa, and Zulu peoples lived in the mountains and valleys of South Africa. The land was bountiful, fertile, and rich. The people hunted, fished, and raised crops, living in relative peace. But they made war on European settlers who came in search of land and treasure. The settlers' weapons were stronger and breathed fire. Slowly, the people were conquered. Their land was taken and spirits dimmed. South Africa belonged to Europe. The elders grew quiet and Nelson felt sorry. Nelson grew into a young man and attended fine schools in the golden city of Johannesburg, where Africans were poor and powerless. Nelson became a lawyer and defended those who could not defend themselves. The government grew harsh and created a cruel policy. It split people in 3: African, Indian, European. It was called apartheid. The people were set apart. European-only beaches, European-only parks, European-only theaters, and the people protested. The Divisional Council of the Cape, white area only, by order secretary. Nelson organized rallies to fight apartheid. "We must win back Africa," he told them. "South Africa is for all South Africans." "Amandla!" he shouted. "Ingwetu!" they responded. "Power to the people!" And the people loved him. Speaking out was against the law, and Nelson was arrested and jailed for a fortnight with 100 men. They danced and sang, calling the ancestors to join the fight for freedom. Amandla Ngwetu! The ancestors sent their daughter Winnie to stand next to Nelson. They found love and married, and welcomed children into the world. Together, they stood and fought apartheid. The state vowed to put Nelson in jail, and he went underground. He wore different disguises and lived in the shadows. Empty flats, farmhouses, and bedrooms of friends became Nelson's home while he organized more rallies and protests. The police put out a warrant for his arrest, but they could not find him. Nelson slipped across the border to visit free nations, where Black Liberians, Ethiopians, and Moroccans freely conversed with white Europeans and brown Egyptians. They shook hands, a glimpse of freedom for life at home. Nelson returned to South Africa to cleanse his homeland of hate and discrimination. With a vision for peace and harmony, Nelson felt renewed and ready to fight for freedom. But on a drive to town, he was captured, arrested, and taken to jail. The people cried, "Free Mandela! Free Mandela!" Wet paint and posters covered South African walls. On a small island off the coast of the southern tip of Africa, Nelson sat in a tiny cell. Each day, the world passed him by. Cold mealies, thin blankets, hard labor. Nelson hammered rocks into dust and read, studied, and educated fellow prisoners. Days turned into weeks, months, years. His children grew up, relatives passed away, South Africa began to fall apart. There were more protests, more rallies, and violence. The people needed a leader. Nelson snuck a message to the people: "I will return." As years passed, the world pressed South Africa to charge a new president agreed, and European-only signs came down. Beaches, parks, and theaters opened. Nelson's comrades were set free, and apartheid was no more. Good deal. Love that. Nelson was a very old man. After 27.5 years, the prison gates opened and Nelson was at last set free. Thousands surrounded him, and when he hugged him, Nelson looked into the sky and smiled at the ancestors. "Amandla! Thank you." The sun sparkled in his gray and white hair. Nelson stood proudly with the wind at his back. and spoke to a colorful sea of people. We must forget our terrible past and bring a better future for South Africa. Let us continue to fight for justice and walk the last mile to freedom. Millions were given the vote and elected Nelson Mandela their new leader. South Africa was free at last and finally at peace. Their ancestors, the people, the world, all celebrated. Amandla Ngwetu. And there's the real picture of Nelson Mandela. Yes, cool story. Got it. Where? Yes, the I See Me bookstore. Yes, and you can too. But I do remember reading this as part of the Black History program at the St. Louis Public Library back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes I sit and wish I was a kid again. Okay, let's see. I have one more story, and it's also the one that I showed you. I Like Myself. Really, really cute story. I've read this one, and I think it's really cool because, again, it's another one of my favorite illustrators. But it's I like myself, right? That's why, you know what? That's why I give myself a hug, and you should too. Give yourself a hug, everybody. Come on, do it really quickly. Come on, do it. Do it. Oh, it's so good. Okay, this is probably TMI, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's my show, and I have the mic. I got a pedicure yesterday, and my feet and my legs feel so soft. It feels like I'm walking on little bunny rabbits. True story. I just had to share that with you. I've been loving this all day. Okay, I said it, and I mean it. My feet and my legs feel super soft. I Like Myself by Karen Beaumont and illustrated by David Catrow. And see what David did there? Different authors hired David Catrow to draw their pictures. And you can draw pictures just like Mora did in her book. Young person. She did it. You can too. Mm-hmm. I like myself. I'm glad I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. This little baby. I got some stuff. Nose, eyes, dog ears. I like my eyes. Where are your eyes? Oh, yes. There's your eyes, Ms Tracey. Where are your eyes? Your toes, your hands, my nose. I like my fingers and my toes. I like me wild and tame. I like me different and the same. I like me fast. I like me slow. I like me everywhere I go. I like me on the inside too, for all I think and say and do. Inside, outside, upside down. I like it all. It all is me. And me is all I want to be. And I don't care in any way what someone else may think or say. I may be called a silly nut or crazy cuckoo bird, but so what? I'm having too much fun, you see. I know what she means. For anything to bother me. Even when I look a mess, a hot mess, I still don't like me any less. 'Cause nothing in this world, you know, can change what's deep inside. And so, no matter if they stop and stare, no person ever anywhere can make me feel that what they see is all there really is to me. I'd still like me with fleas or warts, with a silly snout that snorts. Look, she's got a little snout. Or knobby knees, or hippo hips, or purple polka dotted lips. Or beaver breath, or stinky toes, P.U., or horns protruding from my nose. Or yikes, with spikes all down my spine, or hair that is like a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me. Love that story. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, you guys. Ms. Tracey's got to get out of here. So glad you were here with me. Thank you very much to the Warehouse family. Thank you, Miss Cheryl Lynn Pope. Thank you very much for tuning in. Super excited to have you along with us. Thank you, Joyful, Miss Connie, Miss Kristen. Who else? Miss Sarah and family, to Rebecca, Abraham, Sarah Jr., and Mary. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Look at my friend, my little friend Gary. Made me an airplane and he designed it for me. Isn't that cute? Designed it for me. Yes. Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, you guys. Make sure you you're taking self-care. Give yourself a hug. Come on, hug yourself with me one more time. It's worth it. I promise you. Everybody. Ooh, feels good. Feels good. Okay. So happy birthday to me. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Read to Me Ms. Tracey channel YouTube. Thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate you guys. I really do. I enjoy bringing books to life. It's a labor of love. I absolutely love. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you. I got this from the library earlier in the week. It's Story Time in a Bag. So cute. Absolutely adorable. It's got all these books in there. Books. It also has DVD, like a little DVD, Paw Pals. ICME Bookstore has book bags too as well. Book boxes and things like that. There's a CD for songs, board books, and like a little instructional sheet to kind of help you incorporate some important points and things like that. Isn't that cute? Ah! Okay, all right, that's noisy, I'm sure. But I just want to, share that with you. Oh, and coloring sheets. There's coloring sheets in the back, right? Yeah, coloring sheets too. So they were giving those out, and I got them at my St. Louis County Library. And, you probably have some resources like that in your community. So awesome sauce, you guys. Thank you so much. I got to go. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you very much. Holla, hug yourself. It's your daily vitamin. So excited to have you guys with me. Thank you so much. Holla. Okay. Hello?